Movies are often cut and trimmed and modified for a variety of reasons. Wouldn't it be great if we could see movies in exactly the form that their creators desired? Well, now you can, through the magic of Laserdiscs. And today, we're going to show you how you can get your very own Laserdisc player. But first, we'll talk with Van Ling, head of production for Jim Cameron's Lightstorm Entertainment. Van, you produced the enhanced Laserdisc for The Abyss, and you worked on Aliens, right?
I helped out.
In The Abyss, you added back in the tidal wave sequence. Could you describe that for us?
The tidal wave sequence was one of the big climactic sequences in the original screenplay, and it was important to Jim as kind of the alien version of a nuclear threat literally hanging over us. And what happened was the film was just coming out too long, and one of the things that we found was that people either loved that sequence or they hated it because it felt like almost it was out of a different movie. The people who loved it said this is the meat of what the film is. This is the message of the movie, that mankind's on the brink. The other half said, where did this come from? We're here in this intimate claustrophobic space, and now we're cutting all over the world, seeing this huge tidal wave with all these people you don't know. And so it was kind of a trade-off. We didn't know what we do, but we knew that there was a time problem. And when it came down to trying to make a cut, Jim had to decide between trimming down characters or cutting out this subplot. And for him, he calls it lightning in a bottle. The drowning sequence and the revival sequence, the characters of Bud and Lindsay and their relationship was lightning in a bottle for him. And as a director working with actors, that was the most important thing. That's what people connected to. And so he felt, I need to keep that. I'm gonna get more respect for keeping that than I am for throwing out the character and keeping the spectacle.
Oh, everyone who knows that he kept character at the expense of a subplot applauds him. No one ever does that except
Fox
for him.
was freaked out. Fox was like, we spent all this money on those special effects and everything. But they understood. They were very.
The lovers of film are clapping. What about Aliens? What was added back to Aliens?
There were a number of subplots in Aliens that were, again, cut for time. One of the most important was a subplot that showed that Ripley had a daughter who was 10 or 11 years old when she left Earth, and at this point in Aliens...
in Alien 1.
In Alien 1, kind of backstory. And what happens is when she comes back, after being in hypersleep for 57 years, her daughter has died of old age.
Yes.
And so there's this moment where she breaks down, where she realizes she's utterly alone in this new future. And that becomes kind of a resonating point for the scene later with Newt and the whole relationship for her.
Well, it is a very critical element. I'm glad to see in the Aliens Laserdisc you were able to put that point back.
Yeah, there's one of the things Jim loves to do in his scripts is to do a lot of little cross links that resonate. That you realize there's an association between these two characters, and it harkens back to this relationship over here. In terms of Aliens, Sigourney, I know, was fairly upset that that was cut because she felt it was one of the motivations. I don't think it hurt the film that it was cut originally, in the sense that you still felt that maternal instinct take over. What the Laserdisc does, though, is it adds another layer of depth, which in that scene, and there were a number of other scenes involving sentry guns and things like that. All of those were cut for time.
Yeah. Van, thanks for coming and talking to us about Laserdiscs and about The Abyss and Aliens.
You're very welcome, Warren.
Wonderful format, wonderful movies.
Glad you enjoyed them. Thank you.
And now Darla's going to tell you how you can experience the enhanced edition of these classic movies. Darla?
The Trader is offering 2 of the most dynamic movies ever made in the most dynamic format ever created for home entertainment, Aliens and The Abyss. Each of these laser discs feature the best audio and video quality available and come with a complete supplemental section where you can learn about all aspects of these films from the earliest stages of pre-production on through the theatrical release. You can experience firsthand everything from the development of the screenplay and storyboards on through the casting, special effects, cinematography, sound design, and dozens of other aspects of the production.
These extended versions are the director James Cameron's vision of these films as they were originally intended to be seen. And you get a full-color brochure with program notes, chapter listings, and a viewer's guide to additional scenes, all packaged in striking boxed covers. These extended editions of these movies have not been shown in the cinema.
Aliens, the special widescreen collector's edition, is yours for only $99.95 and a call to the trader. There really are some places in the universe you don't go alone. The widescreen special edition of The Abyss is THX Laserdisc mastered and duplicated for optimal video and audio performance, and includes the awesome tidal wave sequence. Yours for $99.95 by calling the trader at 1-800-Sci-Fi-60. Back to you, Warren.
Thanks, Darla. Van, thanks for sticking around so you could show us some of the wonderful things you can do with a Laserdisc player, well, ones like the one that we're selling here. Why don't you show us some samples of what Laserdiscs can do?
Well, sure. This Laserdisc player is kind of like a video version of a CD player, so it has the same kind of random access features. One of the great things about Laserdisc player is that you can pause by just hitting the step button, and you'll see that you have a perfectly clear and crisp image that you can then step through frame by frame and study them as long as you want. You also have the ability to put it into slow motion, and you can change how slow it goes, whether it's half speed, eighth speed, and you can even do it at multiple speeds, like twice speed and 3 times speed.
Yeah, so unlike a VHS tape or something, when you go fast, you have a stable picture. You don't have a blurry picture.
Exactly. You also have the ability to skip very quickly to different scenes. For instance, each Laserdisc is usually chapter stopped so that you can go to a particular chapter and just say, this is the scene I want to go see, and you just punch in the number and boom, you're there. And you can watch the scene, and again, you can pause it and look at it frame by frame, and you even have the ability to go backwards if you want to. Like, for instance, right now I'm going 2 times speed backwards on this scene from Aliens.
The special editions have a variety of supplemental material.
Yes.
What kind of things do you have in the Aliens disc?
Well, this is what is called a Laserdisc supplement. It's not part of the movie, but it's about the making of the movie, but it's done in a format that can only be done on Laserdisc. As you can see, this is a still frame. We're looking at a still frame that you can read, and once you're done, however long you want to take to read it, you can step through. As you can see, you can go through different chapters, and this will tell you that if you want to, say, go to Chapter 13, you can go ahead and skip down to Chapter 13 very quickly, and boom, you're there. This supplement was actually put together by 2 gentlemen named David Fine and Mike Mattasino, and what they were able to do was to try to combine text frames and different materials so that you could get a comprehensive look into the making of the film by being able to look at the blueprints, look at the drawings.
So you could actually study the evolution of the concepts and the models and things that they had done.
Exactly. And interspersed with it, you can put motion sequences like the one you're seeing, and it goes right back to a still frame, and you step through that, and you can look at those different pieces. It's a good way to be able to mix material that's just pictures or text along with motion footage like video and other pieces, because it gives you a really good idea of how the movie was made.
Great. Van, that's a wonderful way to watch movies and to study them. Thanks for sharing all this with us.
You're very welcome, Warren.
And now Darla and Jim are going to tell you about a great Laserdisc player that we found that would make a perfect gift this holiday season. Darla?
Get the most out of your home entertainment system with the Pioneer S201 Laserdisc player for the incredible low price of $399.95 and a call to 1-800-Sci-Fi-60. The Pioneer Laserdisc player is actually 2 incredible machines in one: a Laserdisc player for superior movie and concert viewing, and a high-quality digital CD audio system for when you're in the mood to listen to your favorite music.
This system puts you on the cutting edge of home entertainment technology for the price of what you would pay for an average video player. The Pioneer S201 has a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $535, but here on the Trader, it's only $399.95. That's a savings of $135, all by calling 1-800-Sci-Fi-60. For those of you who have put off buying a Laserdisc player, wait no longer. Our Sci-Fi Trader tech heads have thoroughly researched and shopped around for the best overall and affordable Laserdisc player we could find.
When we come back, Jim's going to have some very special miniatures from the Abyss. And we're going to show you some books that will spark your children's imagination.
Oh boy,
One of the proudest achievements of my life was working on The Abyss as stage manager for the LA unit. This is my crew jacket. I never quite lettered in high school, but in the world of filmmaking, this would definitely mean I played on an all-star team. I even met my good friend Van Ling on The Abyss, and he was kind enough to bring a motion control miniature along with him today to share with us. This is a 1/8 scale miniature of Flatbed utilized in the making of The Abyss. This featured a projection